Hi, would you like to know the latest EdTech trend of 2025? Well, before we jump to that, it is important to understand the history of EdTech trends in India. It began in early 1900s when computers began to enter into the classrooms. By 2000, the concept of smart classrooms emerged, enabling teachers to integrate technology to teach subjects like math, science, and English. Private schools led the way by equipping smart classrooms with projectors, whiteboards, sound system, and extensive wiring. Soon, the government schools followed suit as the ICT policy, which allocated substantial amount of funds for the government school to set up desktop-based computer labs and desktop-based smart classrooms. But the results were not exactly what we had hoped for. In a lot of government schools, due to infrastructural or psychological barriers, most of these smart classroom setups were not in use. In fact, in many schools that I had personally visited, they were being dusted away. Hence, the impact which we intended that it will have on the students was not happening. As a result, persistent issues like learning gaps, low attendance rates, low classroom engagement continue to impact the government schools. A final innovation soon brought the concept of PC-free smart classrooms. By 2017-2018, CSR and NGOs had started setting up a smart TV-based smart classrooms in the government schools. It was easy to set up and extremely easy to manage by the teachers. But soon, this trend shifted to having an interactive hardware inside the classroom. That's when interactive flat panel devices made an entry. Also, just before COVID, as the new ICT policy was revised, in the new ICT policy, the government had made a provision for the state governments to consider buying tablets also for the purpose of setting up an ICT lab. But this trend was very slow to pick. However, when COVID happened, a natural adoption began to emerge for tablets and smartphones. People began to understand that learning can actually happen on these kind of devices. You see that most of the EdTech trends which have happened in India have all been hardware-led. However, now, with hardware devices comfortably reaching our government schools classrooms as well as last mile learner homes, the next wave of transformation will be about how students interact with these devices. The COVID-19 pandemic has widened the learning gap. And even though the ASSERT 2024 report talks about some positive development, significant challenges still remain. In this context, personalized adaptive learning represents the future. PAL leverages an understanding of every student's current learning level and data analytics to tailor education content as per each student's unique needs. This approach not only helps them to cover the learning gaps, but also enhances engagement and an improvement of overall academic performance. As India aspires to become a developed nation by 2047, creating a skilled workforce is crucial, and ensuring that students in our government schools complete their education without learning gaps is important to this mission. I firmly believe that personalized adaptive learning is going to become a defining EdTech trend of 2025. My question to you is, are you open to adapting PAL in your programs as a part of your strategy to improve the learning outcome situation in our government schools? Together, we can build a brighter, more equitable future for every student in India.